I came out in the yard. It's in the morning just to kind of walk through. The sun's coming up. Now look at this. I don't think anybody's come back here. I haven't come back here for a while. Look at this. This is behind the wall. Look at, we've got a fruit. Look at the dragon fruit. The one I keep telling Gary to take out I don't want because it's growing through my garden. Look at this. Oh, let's see what it looks like inside. Is that gorgeous? Well, hello everybody, it's Robbie from Southern California, and I just grabbed some footage on my cell phone when I came to take a walk here through the garden. 10:30 in the morning. I want you to see something that we have not seen before. I'm not saying it's that unusual, I don't know, but for us it is. Let's go around the corner here. Look, I have not been back here in a month. Look at this. This is our dragon fruit. It's the one I've been having Gary take out of my garden because it winds around, it goes inside my dinosaur kale. When I go to pick leaves, I get stuck by the thorns. But that's not what's exciting us. Look at it. Can you imagine I haven't been back here in a month? They're flowering at 10:30 in the morning on a really warm day. They shouldn't be flowering now. Generally, when these things flower, they flower in the evening, they open up. They're open all evening, and that's why we have to come out and hand pollinate them. Guess what? I don't have to pollinate these. Gary's bees are doing it for us. Look what's going on. They're like in a field of shag carpet or just beautiful, beautiful softness in there. Look at this. I stepped back here because I haven't been back here to take a look at the fig tree, and I was amazed. And I did, like I said, I quickly had my camera, my phone with me, and I turned it on. I got some footage, but I thought, oh, any minute they're all going to droop and die because the flowers they dry up like that one because they're not supposed to be open at 10:30 in the morning on a hot summer day. But they were all full of bees, the ones that were open. Some must have opened yesterday. I'm just amazed. We have come out here at night and tried to hand pollinate them and do what we're supposed to do, and hopefully we would get some fruit, which we've got some fruit before. Nothing to brag about. They were small, but they're being pollinated by, let's say, Gary's bees. And this is at 10:30 in the morning on our way to 11. This one obviously opened yesterday, and I didn't, like I said, I haven't been back here. Decided to take a walk. I had come back here a while ago, and I saw the rabbits were kind of chewing on it and damaging it. So I threw tulle around, and that stopped the rabbits from chewing on the trunk. And I come back here, and it's like, I was totally amazed. The first one I saw, of course, was this one. And I thought, wait a minute. I actually saw it while I was in my garden. I thought, this is a flower. I didn't even know it was flowering. And it was open and the bees were going to it. And so of course I came around the corner. I had to see this. And I thought, oh my gosh, I've got my phone with me, my cell phone. And I videotaped it because I figured in a matter of minutes everything would just droop, but it's not. And the bees have come in. We don't have to hand pollinate these. And being that nature did it, it's going to be far better than us doing it. You see, the issue is, as you can see, now that it's set a good root system, these were just cuttings that were stuck in the ground. A friend of mine was growing them, and he gave us some cuttings and, just break it off, stick it in the ground. It took a couple years for them to take off because they have to set up a good root system. But now it's been winding around into my garden. You can see it back there, how it's winding around. And so I've been telling Gary, get it out of here. I grab some stuff, I don't see it, especially in the evening, and bam, I get stuck with the thorns. But I left quite a bit, as you can see, and I figured, well, maybe I would try to stake it around. It's winding around, see the rebar there, and leave some of it. Gary's got it in his garden. But now, this is so exciting. I'm probably going to leave more than I planned and just work around it. Here, you can take a look. Mother Nature doing its thing. I love nature. Isn't that beautiful? I'm just so excited that we don't have to do anything. See, is there anything in here? It doesn't look like it. Nothing that I can see. I could not believe to step back here and the bees were just all over it. Isn't that beautiful? So that one stem there has got 4 flowers on it. This is with no work, ignoring it, not even bothering with it. Now we just have to wait and see if these have set. And then this will get bigger and it will take a little time and then they'll turn red. But this is just amazing. I don't see any on these right now, but now that they're starting, we're probably going to get more. But look at that. The bees are just going nuts. They're getting in there and they're really getting into that beautiful shag on the inside and just doing what they're supposed to do. But we've gone out here, like I said, at night with a flashlight. I think that was last year. And you've got to hand pollinate, put your hand in there and do all stuff. And we don't have to. They're going from one to the next, and they're going along and just doing it for us. So I'm going to see if that will work that way besides us doing it. Because a lot of them afterwards, even hand pollinating, didn't make it. And a couple did. And like I said, they were very small fruit. And maybe the root system wasn't that good. But this is just amazing. I wanted to share this with you because I'm so excited. And I told Gary, come look, come look. He goes, I know. That's what he said to me. I said, no, they're full. And he goes, I know. He said, we'll have to cover some of them. And I said, oh, you're talking about the fig tree, which I came back here to see. I'm talking about the dragon fruit. And he said to me, what dragon fruit? And he just came back here and he was just like, wait a minute. They're not supposed to be open now. By now they look like that because they don't like the sun. And they're in full sun. He said, this is awesome. He said, I haven't seen this before. Oh, the spice finches are back there. I know you can't see them. They're coming in. And I see the scrub jays flying above my head. There's 2 of them. But this is just amazing. Look at that. Oh my gosh, this is full. Let's see if I can do this without getting stung. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I'd rather get a stick and do it. Hold on, let me pick up a stick because I don't want to get stung on camera. I've only been stung once in my life, and that wasn't even all that long ago. Let's see. This is what's supposed to go on. Isn't that amazing? Usually we're hoping that, oh, they open at night and the proper moth goes in there and does its thing and the proper nighttime insects. But now the flowers are getting pollinated on a summer day. It's probably almost 11 o'clock now. This is amazing. I don't know why the flowers are open in the bright sunlight. I have no answer. But see, maybe it goes back to nature. It didn't work before, not right, and for whatever reason, they're going to stay open. But let's walk over here since I did actually come over here to look at this. I picked some figs. This tree, this is the strawberry fig tree, fell down. I should do a separate video on this. And Gary was going to chop it out, and of course he didn't have time. He was going to do cuttings off of it. It is full of figs, and of course the birds have been eating them. But I kind of like it laying down. I think if I trim this up in the winter properly, it doesn't seem to be harmed by laying on its side. And I could get to all the fruit, and I need to cover it, is what I need to do. Cover the fruit that I want to cover. Because, see, so many of them are getting close. And though it's nice that the birds can get some, I want them too. So they don't have to get this. I give them other stuff. There's another one back here. And that one's getting close. And you really want to pick figs when they're ripe. If you pick them early, sometimes they will mold because, you know, there's no growth inhibitors or anything to get rid of any of the proper enzymes or bacteria that would eat it. So, you know, when you pick them too early, sometimes they'll rot. There's a spice finch above my head before they actually ripen. But I'm going to try some anyways because I'm desperate. Oh, he's singing. You know, if you can see him up there. But that is a spice finch, and there's goldfinches up there too. He's going, what is she doing back here? She never comes back here. You're right. I don't, but I am right now. So we'll do more on the figs, but right now there's beautiful ripe ones up there. If I can get up there, I can see they're yellow, so they would be at a better stage. But anyways, that's what I wanted to come back here and show you the back side of my garden. And yes, last year I was planting back here and I didn't bother this year because I don't know why. I've got so much going in the other yard that I just didn't come back here and plant anything. But everything is here. I could do it next year if I want. But maybe what I'll do, since I don't come back here, is maybe I will take these containers that Gary built, like these, and maybe I'll put some more cuttings of dragon fruit and let the dragon fruit go back here and try to get it maybe more, you know, growing on the wall itself and not in my garden so it doesn't interfere with my stuff. So see, it just took off. And they go inside, and I don't care if it's on the wire that's here that Gary put here, but I don't want it growing into my tomato plants, and that's what I had him cut off a lot, and there was a lot cut off. And then this is my purple sprouting broccoli back here, but I'm just so amazed over the flowers that it's giving off really too late in the day, at 11 o'clock in the morning. Full sun. What is it, 85, 90 degrees? It's really warm. So I wanted to share this with you. I thought you might get a kick out of this since I did. Isn't that beautiful? It really wound around. It's not tied there. There's something else growing there that kind of wound. Oh, it's the roots. Look at that. That's the roots of the dragon fruit plant. It went around the rebar and it sent the roots up to attach itself to the rebar. Well, smart, because it didn't get cut if it was there. Said, hey, she's cutting us. Let's just stay here. That's right. But you can see back there how it grew into my purple sprouting broccoli, and that's where it starts to be a little problem. And then in here too, see how it wound around? It went inside, and then it's growing in my dinosaur kale and growing up everywhere. So that's why I said to Gary, just cut it out and put it in yours. I don't need it, you know, here, but now, I don't know, this is just so fascinating to me that I guess I'll leave it alone and I'll work around it. So anyways, this is what I wanted to share with you. We do have dragon fruit. Somebody asked, have we had dragon fruit before? Yes. It wasn't anything to write home to. It was small little red fruits. They really didn't get too much bigger than that. Maybe a little bit. We had a few of them, 2 or 3, I don't even remember. And they were red, and Gary ate them, but they weren't that great, so we just didn't bother. But now, we're not pollinating them. We're letting the bees do their thing. This is fascinating. I saw a little tiny little native bee in there, but these are honeybees right now, and they're just doing it. So with that, have a wonderful day. I wanted to share this with you because I'm so excited. Have a great day. I'll keep you posted on if these fruit made it. And don't forget to eat what you grow. And boy, I know Gary is waiting. He loves dragon fruit. Bye-bye. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Look at this. 11:30. Sunny, hot day. I'm in a tank top and the flowers are still open. You know what's really amazing? That so many opened at the same time, which even makes pollination greater for success. So this is what we're excited about. Just wanted to close this up to let you know that it's still so late and they're still open and the bees are still working. Again, have a great day and don't forget to eat what you grow. Bye-bye, everybody. See you soon.